I quit sugar for 30 days, and by day 3, I understood why most people never make it past the first week. Not because it's impossible, but because no one tells you what actually happens in the beginning. Day 1 felt easy. Too easy. I removed obvious sugar. No sweets. No snacks. No soda. It felt like a clean start. Like control. I thought, this isn't going to be that hard. That was the mistake. Because day 2 changed everything. The cravings didn't just appear, they hit in waves. Not constant hunger. Something different. Specific cravings. Sugar cravings. And they don't feel optional. They feel urgent. That's when I realized something important. You're not just removing food. You're removing a habit. A pattern your brain is used to. And your brain doesn't like that. By day 3 it got worse. Energy dropped. Focus disappeared. Mood shifted. Small things felt more irritating. And that's where most people quit. Because it feels like something is wrong. But here's the truth. Nothing is wrong. Your body is adjusting. Because sugar isn't just calories. It affects dopamine. It affects reward. It affects how your brain reacts to stimulation. And when you remove it, your brain has to recalibrate. Week 1 is chaos. Cravings. Energy swings. Mental resistance. But if you get through it, everything changes. Rehook. Week 2 is where the shift begins. Cravings don't disappear. But they weaken. They become manageable. You notice them, but you don't react to them immediately. And that's control. Energy stabilizes. No more spikes. No more crashes. Just consistency. And that's something most people don't experience, because they never make it past week 1. But here's the surprising part. It's not just physical. It's mental. You start noticing how often you used sugar without thinking. Bored? Eating. Stressed? Eating. Tired? Eating. And once you see that pattern, you can't unsee it. By week 3, the physical changes become noticeable. Not dramatic, but real. Less bloating. More stable energy. Clearer thinking. And that's when it stops feeling like a restriction and starts feeling like an upgrade. But this is where most people make another mistake. They assume sugar is the problem. It's not. The problem is uncontrolled intake. Because sugar itself isn't evil. But constant consumption, without awareness, creates dependency. And dependency removes control. By week 4, everything feels different. Food tastes stronger. Simple meals feel satisfying. Cravings are rare. And when they appear, you recognize them immediately. Not as a need, but as a habit. And then comes the final realization. Quitting sugar didn't just change my diet. It changed my behavior. Because once you control one habit, you can control others. And that's the real transformation. Not weight. Not appearance. Control. Because control leads to consistency. And consistency leads to results. So should you quit sugar for 30 days? Not because sugar is bad, but because it shows you how your body and mind react to habits. And once you understand that, you don't need extreme diets. You just need awareness. And that's what actually changes everything. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't easy. So if you actually want results, stay consistent. And if you don't want to waste time figuring this out alone, subscribe. I'll help you do it right.